April is National Stress Awareness Month. As things ramp up for spring sports and end of the school year approaches, a creative hobby can be a much needed way to bring calm and focus into your schedule. Amy Latta is back with us to share some different crafting ideas now. This is a great topic. Amy, first, why is crafting such a great way to ease stress?
Well, for one thing, it takes our focus away from those anxious thoughts or whatever it is that we're stressing out about. And it just channels our attention to something that we're doing tactile, something with our hands. A lot of crafts are rhythmic, there's repetition, and that brings a calm and a focus for us because we're focusing on this thing that we're doing, the task at hand, whether it's stitches that we're making or beads that we're stringing. But it's kind of helps us to center on something creative, something where we're making something and not worried about the to-do list that's in our head. Also, like you said before, Brett, it engages multiple senses. So, it's a lot harder when we're crafting to be worrying about something else because we have to be in that moment. You have to be looking at what you're doing. You're listening to the sound of the sewing machine or your knitting needles clinking. You're touching the yarn or the fabric or the pencil. And so you're fully present with what you're doing and you're able just to take that time to relax.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And rather than doom scrolling, you can, craft and really focus on something that you're creating. Let's break down some of the different types of crafting for stress relief. For example, why is coloring, paint by number, or even doodling great options here?
Yes, so coloring is not just for kids anymore. It has certainly made a big comeback in the last probably 10 years or so for adults, because again, it's sort of one of those things where you don't have to worry about doing it perfectly. It's okay if you're outside the lines. It's just that we're making something, we're creating, we're expressing ourselves and allowing ourselves just to take the time to do that repetitive motion. So, coloring, there's lots of coloring books available. And then to take it to the next level, you've got things like the paint by number, which is one of my personal favorites. Just recently, I had a lot of stress in my own life. My grandma passed away, and we've been cleaning out and selling her house. And so I would take these moments where I would literally just run to my paint by number. I'm painting a bicycle on the beach, and you don't have to think because everything's numbered, or the same for diamond dots. It tells you this color goes here, and you just have to pick up the dot and place it and pick it up and place it. And so you can focus on, okay, I'm doing this thing, I'm painting this space with this color, and just kind of clear your mind and let yourself do something that makes something beautiful.
And, I've seen this hobby explode recently too. Crochet, knitting, embroidery, all of them really. Talk about those.
Yes, they're called the granny hobbies, and it's the things that you typically thought about grandma doing or teaching you how to do. But they're really making a comeback because again, it's that intentionality. It's just taking the time, and you can do this while you sit and watch a movie. You can do it while you chat with a friend, or you can just do it, while you listen to some of your favorite music. But again, it's the repetition of those stitches when you're crocheting, whether it's an Afghan or it's a cute little amigurumi figure like the things my son Noah likes to make. You're just repeating those stitches over and over, and there's just something very calming about that repetition. And you can do, like I said, you can make a blanket, you can make some kinds of fun little shapes, you can add personality and eyes, and whatever you want to do, however you want to express that. And for embroidery, you can get kits, you can embroider. I like to do it on denim jackets. I like to do it on my jeans, or you can embroider things in hoops that you display in your home. There's no wrong way to do it. It's just the idea that, you're taking that time to do something just for yourself. It's me time.
Time and meaningful time too. Amy, as always, great talking to you. AmyLattaCreations.com. Thanks for coming on today.
Anytime.